Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers coming to you from the Detroit Regional Chamber Mackinac Policy Conference being taped at the Grand Hotel. Our topic today is regional cooperation. Joining us now to talk about it is Wayne County Executive Robert Ficano. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
All kinds of exciting things happening in Wayne County, and I know none of it could be done without sort of that outreach and cooperation with both the state and surrounding counties.
You're absolutely right. There's been a lot of cooperation, especially in the past couple of years. For example, Cobo Hall. That was seemed like a lifelong project to get done. But actually, you had all the counties come together, Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne, the city of Detroit, as well as the state. And now with the renovations and what you're seeing with the auto show is going to be fantastic. It's going to be quite spectacular. Another issue is like the water board. I think you think back to just a year and a half ago, there was a lot of angst about what was going to happen and whether things could be put together on a regional basis. And I think now you've seen it work out pretty smoothly where there's representatives on the board, people feel a lot more comfortable with it, and it seems to be moving in the right direction. So a lot of that bodes well for what's going to happen in the future, which areas are probably like transportation. You're going to have a regional approach to transportation because even with the governor's plan, the rapid bus transit, you're going to see the main arteries be Gratiot, Woodward, and Michigan Avenue. And it's going to stretch all the way from Washtenaw County, run through Oakland County as well as Macomb County with those arteries, with a couple loops in the city of Detroit. And so everybody has to get together on that and see that they can make it work. And regional transportation is important because a lot of people are attracted to it as compared to other cities. And if you're going to be a first-class city or a first-class area, transportation becomes one of the keys.
We certainly hear all the time that the success of Michigan, the success of our state, we cannot thrive and do well as a state unless the city of Detroit, Wayne County does well first. They're sort of the heart of our state, if you will.
You are. When you travel someplace, you realize that if somebody asks you where you're from, unless they really know the state, you're going to say from the city of Detroit, or you say from Detroit. And that's really our trademark. I mean, that's how people recognize us around the world. They associate with the auto industry. For 100 years, we have put the world on wheels, and they recognize that. And so the health of the city is critically important. I know with the new consent agreement, Wayne County has somewhat of a place in that. We're trying to help the city with a new term, what we call a term sheet. We're trying to help them in terms of prisoners in the new Wayne County Jail. Once it's built, should be able to take their prisoners instead of they go to local lockups. With that kind of move, you could put 80 or 90 Detroit police officers right on the street. Also, we're looking at things like joining with the health departments and things like that. So you're starting to see the collaboration, you're starting to see regional cooperation of really everybody working together from the state on down.
And I know a lot of the whole turnaround is dependent on the economy, on economics, economic development, and a part of that focus and that picture is what's going on with what we call Aerotropolis, or the businesses in and around Detroit Metro Airport.
You're exactly right. Aerotropolis is a concept of turning the airport into an economic engine, and they do this all around the world. You're talking about Beijing, Schiphol in Frankfurt, and if you look at the development, it's a global economy now. And the rivers of the future, obviously, is the air. Detroit sits where it does today because 200 years ago, how did commerce move? It moved by water. The Detroit River, Industrial Revolution with the roads as well as the rail. But today, because of the global economy, airports are critically important, whether it's logistics or it's a lot of development that goes around it as well. General Electric, for example, they have moved in 1,200 engineers right around the airport. Part of that attraction is not only the airport, but our great university system, University of Michigan, its engineering school, as well as Wayne State and their school, engineering school as well. All this comes together to help drive more of the economic growth. In fact, Wayne County this past quarter had an outstanding quarter. We had $340 million of investment that came into Wayne County in this past quarter.
Well, City of Detroit has a lot more to offer than a lot of folks think, and certainly Wayne County encompasses the city and a whole lot more. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Wayne County Executive Robert Ficano.